totally different from what we did in the past. Now we are using top drivers, many top drivers, changing them and having different experiences, and we are doing a proper process of development. Last year we did the first sweep on different surfaces, and now we went also on snow. We did 4 days with Craig and Oliver, and we went through many different things. Now the first part of development is finished. We will start after the second half of March again on gravel in Sardinia, 4 days, where we will bring the first bigger run of development parts, engine, software, big software change, mechanical, many things. So I would say we are going ahead, following, by the way, the planning that we had. So far, no big delays, and I'm pretty happy about what I'm seeing. Let me say, I don't know in terms of overall performance. No, okay, we did comparison with the current car, but difficult, and drivers' comments are always nice, but again, you have to see what the results is comparing the other in the first race. But so far, looks that there are no main problems. I believe about the procedures, the way things are done, the approach, the procedures, the way we are working on the car is by far more closer to a proper one than the one that we did before. You know the story of the current one. It's useless to come back to it. Now we have to look at the future, but we have a proper engineering team, a proper engine development team. Everyone is focused that the things are done properly with a proper plan. We are planning the things, and we are not reacting slightly with panic to problems. We are doing things in the way they should be done. We cannot forget that last car was developed by a team that initially was done by 5 people. Now there are only design team is 5 people, no? So it's by far different. And I have to say, in the first one, I had to put I was digging with my hand with my team much more. And now I'm really just attending meetings and putting together ideas and leading. Now also the way we are putting the car together with inputs from sales, after sales, everyone. So it's a different way, and now it's nice. Now I'm more a spectator that is asking the director to make not a thriller movie, but neither a comedy, but a nice adventure movie, let me say, not a thriller. When you learn for everything, but for sure when you go testing in places like the one we did last year, we understood a lot in terms of cooling, in terms of things that when you give a car to a customer are also important. Looks like stupid, but the misting in situation is something that has to work, and other things that you have to manage. For example, stupid thing, sorry if I'm still a bit an engineer sometimes, but once that you homologate the cooling package, not like WRC, you have a cooling package for everything, and has to work on gravel, hot rally, has to work in very cold rally, so you have to understand how to manage it, for example, no? And it's something that now we are developing and preventing before. We are not going rally crossing fingers and try to manage the problem after. I hope that the current car is me and the new car Brad Pitt. As long as I understood, looks like Brad Pitt is better than me, but I still believe that I'm not so far away from him. But instead, the difference between the two cars are huge. Let me say, the base chassis is different. The only thing that we kept is the transmission, gearbox and differential, because they were working very well. We cooperate with Riccardo for the first car. We never had an issue. Many customers has bought many spares, and I think that this is part of the process that I said before. Now we sit together with the inputs and the sales, and after sales we're saying, hey gentlemen, many customers has bought these, I never had a problem, so it would be stupid to change it for the sake of changing. No? In life you don't have to change for the sake of changing. And we say we also have to respect all the customers that when we came out of the blue, they were believing us, buying things. And so it's a matter of respect of the people that believe in Hyundai when it was quite a challenge to believe in us. No? So we say, okay, these things we keep. Sadly, other things we changed. Also, we modify, for example, the fuel tank is pretty the same as current car, but we improve a bit here, a bit there. Bodywork is totally different, of course. Body shell, weight distribution. The base engine also is different respect. It's quite the same one, but the evolution of the road car, because, for example, it's true that the experience that we did with the current R5 and the TCR, the base engine has been improved a lot. So now we are using the improved version of the Theta 2 2-liter turbo engine that is very powerful. The software now is all done by us, so it's also a matter of development of what Hyundai Motorsport in terms of engineering capabilities has done. So now we will have our software that is managing the car, and how could I say, all the rest is different, the seat position, the everything. And I have to say that the feedback that we have from drivers so far, it's good. They say that it's much easier to drive, smoother, all these kind of things that you like to hear, no? And by the way, drivers with a contract, so they don't want to say good things just to be confirmed. So this is important. The target is still clear there. It's the 1st of July. I have to say we are working with the FIA. They are understanding us, because we would have loved to homologate the road car earlier, but looks like in the world there is a sort of pandemic. For example, the road car is produced in Turkey, so to be there has been problematic. The car launch is taking all the cars available. Let me say, we are fighting and try to make the best out of it. But as I say to my people, could have been worse. No, so we have to enjoy what we can do. We could have a much worse situation. So what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Or what I say to my people, it's complicated. That is why you are here. If it was easy, everyone would be able to do it.